Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Today we are going to see the meaning of the one of the smallest prakaranam, which is also composed by Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya in just 3 shlokas, which is popularly known as the Pratah Smaranam. Being it contains only 3 shlokas, even if we call it as the Trishloki, nothing wrong. But popularly it is known as the Pratah Smaranam. So we can remember, because just now, few days back, we have completed the Ekashloki, now the Trishloki. What is the connection between the Ekashloki and the Trishloki? Because one after one, okay, I think you don't have 2 shlokas to talk about the Vedanta. Maybe you are taking the 3 shlokas, Trishloki. So this is also composed by Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya, but there is no any story behind it. Only we can connect and take the thread from the Ekashloki and continue this, then it will be very wonderful, nice. Being there are so many Pratah Smaranams, first let me tell you the meaning of this word. Pratah means in the early morning. Smaranam, which we can remember and recollect and think of it. Pratah Smaranam. So there are so many Pratah Smaranams about the different gods and goddesses. Even the same Acharya Shankara himself wrote so many other stotrams. In that particularly Sri Lalita Pancharatnam, even though he has not given the name to it as the Pratah Smaranam, but he starts that first shloka with Pratah Smarami Lalita Vadanaravindam, like that. So Pratah Smarami there also. And exactly second shloka there also Pratar Bhajami. Third shloka also is the same as Pratar Namami. But there are 2 more shlokas there. It is a Pancharatnam. So he says Pratastuve, Pratah Vade. Because why I am reminding this, there are so many Pratah Smaranams written by so many other authors also, Mahatmas, about the different gods. So they all generally mention and reveal the Saguna Ishvara Swarupam. So for Bhakti aspect, they are very, very good to invoke, to remember, to worship the particular god or goddess. But here the speciality of this Pratah Smaranam is Vedantic Pratah Smaranam. Being we are all Vedantic students, yes, we are Vedantic students now. Any doubt? So we can put the name Vedantic Pratah Smaranam. That means Acharya himself telling that I remember, he uses the first person singular, Smarami. So he himself telling to himself. So that means every sadhaka, every spiritual seeker who is seeking the truth must know this by heart it and use it as a everyday nididhyasana shlokas. So now for another 1 hour we are going to do, while listening these meanings of these words, so we are going to do the nididhyasanam, open eye meditation. So we will dwell upon each and every word. Same thing, whenever you have time on your own, you can dwell more and more upon one word itself. Then it becomes a Vedantic meditation or nididhyasanam. Now, to connect to the Ekashloki and the Trishloki, it's very much appropriate, what I felt. Because in the Ekashloki, at the end, the Acharya asked the 5th question, and that for 5th question, that Pandita given a very appropriate reply also. And then when that Pandita says that tatra ahameva, I am only there, the light, Jyoti. Then the Acharya Shankara given the answer also. Tataha bhavan paramakam jyotihi. So if you are the seer there, then you must be the supreme light. Bhavan paramakam jyotihi. Then the last word uttered by the Pandita is, yes, my dear Lord, O Guru, tadasmi, Prabho, I am that. Now, I am that aham brahmasmi. Then what is that aham brahma? To elaborately dwell upon that, so it is a continuation. That means Acharya Shankara here bringing out in this first shloka the Mahavakya, the Aham Brahmasmi. But clear definition to that Aham. Ahameva Brahma. Brahma eva Aham. So whether Brahma you say or Aham you say, both are one and the same. And what exactly that? My nature. So that is elaborated in each shloka very, very beautifully. Each shloka has got so much depth. Okay. So this is the simple background just to connect to the Ekashloki, to the Trishloki, Vedantic Pratah Smaranam. Okay. That is very important, Vedantic Pratah Smaranam. Now, let us read the first shloka. Being you are all familiar with these shlokas, Pratah Smaranam, we will chant together. First shloka only. Om Pratah Smarami Hrudi Samspuradhatma Tattvam Sachit Sukham Paramaham Sagatim Turiyam Yad Swapna Jagara Sushuptamavaiti Nityam Tad Brahma Nishkalamaham Najabhuta Sanghaha. So appropriate tune, Bhupala Ragam for the morning. Now let us see the meaning of this first shloka, as I just now told, it consists of the Mahavakya of the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Aham Brahmasmi. So this is the Mahavakya. After listening the whole Shastra and Upadesha teaching from the teacher, this is the declaration of that student. That means that the student also now reached the state of the Gnani, Jivan Mukta Sthiti. So he recognized his own essential nature. Okay. Being it is a Vedantic meditation or Vedantic Pratah Smaranam, here the object of meditation is different. Generally, in the other Pratah Smaranams, as I told now, other Pratah Smaranams, the object of a meditation is something outside, whether I saw it or not, okay, something, object in any other form, God or goddess form or any other, sun or moon also can be, any symbol, idol. So it is outside. Outside means what? I am the subject, meditator, okay, and the object is different than me, that is outside. Now here I will tell you what is the problem in that doing only that kind of nididhyasanam or the meditation. Whether that is the goal, that is the ultimate, no. Shastra says that use that as the stepping stone, the saguna sakara dhyanam or worship or that, and slowly come to the nirguna nirakara dhyanam. That means one day you have to come to the Vedantic Pratah Smaranam. You have to listen the meaning of it. How beautifully Shankara composed and written in 3 shlokas. Each one is a gem. So here, what is the difference and what is the problem? Problem means defect in that. So whenever I keep this object outside, okay, the first point, whatever may be, okay, the object of my contemplation, worship or meditation, the are of my perception, okay, that is the object of my perception, the God or goddess, everything. It is subject to change. I am the subject, but I select and choose the object outside, that my perception, the object of my perception is or subject to change, okay, subject to change. That means what? So it is not permanent. This is the first point. It is very simple yukti, logic, because whichever is seen by me, I am not that. Whichever I see, I perceive, that is mithya, we declared. Okay, even if you don't say here that much big word, you can say. Why to afraid? Mithya. Naturally, it disappears. It is not permanent. So this is the drawback in that. Then when it disappears, even it appears to you that in the form of the God or goddess given the darshan to you, but it is only a temporary, it is only a mithya darshanam. Mithya darshanam. It is not permanent because that is outside of me. So the duality is maintained all the time, isn't it? The duality maintained, Dvaitam is maintained in the name of the God or the Bhakti. Then we know, we heard from the Upanishad, Dvitiyatvai bhayam bhavati. Then where is the relief and the rescue from this fear? Even I have to afraid of my Ishta Devata. I have always be alert to please him. If I go any way, this way, that way, then I have fear that maybe I have not done properly. I have not done the Varalakshmaratham properly. Okay, as those days, my mother and my mother-in-law, all of them, they used to do very well. Okay, and there is a always a deficit. I have not done fully. So maybe the goddess may become angry on me. She may curse. So much of agitation, all will come. So this is the one thing. But in the Vedantic meditation, Vedantic Nirguna, this worship, this also we can say worship. Okay. The words bhajami, namami, all reminds the worship only. Now here, what is the difference? I am myself is the subject and I am myself is the object. Okay, I am myself is the subject, I am myself is the object. That means what? Duality gone. There is no object, subject, object difference is not there. When that subject, object, duality difference is dissolved, that time only you will be free from the fear. That time only you will be free from the deficit or the apurnatvam. What is the proof? Very simple. Now also you can try. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. After listening so many days in the Tamil, now the English is not appealing, no. So mind is addicted, addicted. And that much easily to put a jokes in English, I have to little get accustomed. I also accustomed to the Tamil. Okay. If I make you to laugh and then it's very good. So Vedanta is for laughing. Okay, anyhow, take it easy. So subject object difference is not there. In sleep it is not there. That's why I am so comfortable. I have no fear of about my God also. Nothing, no fear. And no any kind of apurnatvam. I am complete myself. Why? Subject object difference has dissolved. Now third point. This is only third point. Object subject I am. So Dvaitam, duality is dissolved. That means what? Dvaitam is eliminated and Advaitam is established. Why have to eliminate the Dvaitam? Because otherwise your samsara, your fear, your apurnatvam never goes. Okay? Shoka moha bhaya never goes. You have to one day or other, you have to give it up the Dvaita and marry to the Advaita. Advaita Academy. In one school name, I don't know, they put nice Sanskrit names. Even at least by end of the studies and the student going out of the school, whether he will knows the meaning of this Advaita, doubtful only, no? How they can say? Why you keep such a words and whom you want to? If they listen, they will beat me. Okay. Okay, let them go in their own way. Okay. So this is the purpose of this Nirguna Vedantic Pratah Smaranam Nididhyasana Shlokas. So Acharya nicely composed and given to me. Let us use them and enjoy, relish. So they're all my daily capsules, my diet for my nididhyasana. We need not search for anything. Keep on select 30 days, 30 things and keep on change. Because mind also wants, no, mind only is doing all this. For whom the nididhyasana. Ena kena prakarena, until this mind is alive, we have to keep on put a soap to it. Okay. Now let us see the words one by one. Keep these points in the background mind. And so Mahavakya Aham Brahmasmi. Pratah, that means in the early morning. Early morning, Brahma Muhurta, little this way, that way. That is the meaning. Because in our Shastras, in our culture, early morning is very, very auspicious, important time for you to start your day with a higher note. So here, Pratah, in the early morning. Why Pratah? Why it is important? Because before that means as soon as I wake up from the bed, you need not wait for other things also, at least to start few seconds or few minutes. Okay, ABCD all you can finish off later also. Later means after some time. But start with this. The first reason is, before I identify myself with the body, I have to identify with my body for the purpose of Vyavahara. That will happen. Before it becomes so strong and pulls me, I must say that Deho Naham, I am not the body. Anyhow, afterwards I have to work with the body only. I have to use this body. So this is the one reason before I identify with the body. Then before my mind becomes extroverted and extroverted, then slowly it becomes extroverted gradually. Once if the extroverted means many other things all will crop up. The third point is, before I start my Vyavahara, every one of have to do some Vyavahara. So Vyavaharika lifestyle, Vyavahara thing, before it starts materialistic work, you better to remind yourself in this way. What I have to remind, sir? Bed coffee? Because for many of them bed coffee is very, very important. Pratah Smaranam bed coffee. Whether she prepared or I have to get up and prepare. Because people, not you, not we, because we are not slave to such a kind of things. But many people are addicted. Unless otherwise, if they get tea or coffee, they won't. That's why it becomes later on bed coffee means everything is afterwards. First is this. Like that we made a habit, then it is registered and the mind will start. First coffee. Don't do anything else. It will command us. Get the coffee first. So like that it threatens. So before all these things starts. So what? Pratah Smarami. I remember. Smaranam. Smarana means recollecting and remembering. Smaranam. Remembering. What? I remember, recollect. Atma Tattvam I will remember. Okay. What is that Atma Tattvam? Whose Atma Tattvam is that? Okay. What I remember? Atma Tattvam I will remember. Tattva means nature. The nature of myself. I remember myself within me, about me, my Swarupa, what I am exactly really. So I remind to myself, within myself, by myself. Okay. Atma Tattvam. Atma word is very well known to everybody. Okay. But Ajnanis generally think about Atma means after the death from this body, that Atma or Jiva goes, travels and goes to the another body or goes to the other world. So like that the Ajnanis generally think that there is something which goes, because we are seeing many bodies are dying and body is here only intact and we are only burning and putting in the grave, but something is going. So that which is going, that Jivatma or Atma goes. This is the Ajnani's understanding, but the Jnani's understanding is no. There is no traveling business. Okay. If at all the traveling, so-called traveling, apparent traveling is only a Pratibimba, Chidabhasa travels. But I am not the Chidabhasa. The Chidabhasa happened in this Buddhi body mind complex that travels means now this is that is expressing in this body, then it will express in the other body, because this body now is not capable of accommodating me, it become old, so I want to be young, so I will drop it and again I will go. Then again karma, because of karma, yesterday we saw that uttama, madhyama, adhama, and so these all it is a very interesting story, but don't believe, it is not fact. It is not fact. As like in the dream, it is just like that. Okay, this traveling business. So Jnani comes to know that I am not the traveling Chidabhasa or the Pratibimba, but I am the Bimba. Okay. Many times we see all these words and the explanation being, we are all Vedantic students and listening to the Vedantas in so many years, very easy for you to understand. Okay. And you are telling, I already spoken about this maybe in the Tamil long ago. So after Ekashloki, I felt that let us see this also. So for a Jnani Drishti, it is no traveling or anything. I am the Bimba, original consciousness. Now see this example, before also we saw. Now in one bucket, there is a reflection of the sun in the bucket of water, and then somebody is carrying that bucket and the Pratibimbam is there, reflection of the sun, and he poured that water in the other person, bringing the empty bucket and pouring that, and in that also the Pratibimba is there. And these people are thinking, okay, you are given the Pratibimba also in that water, sun. Yes, I poured it, it is there inside. It is there. Come on. He takes and then he pours in the other one and he takes. Now when this is happening here, this kind of traveling, the sun who is really sitting in the sky, what he will think? What he will think? He laughs and very nice game. Continue, continue, continue. Exactly like that, the Gnani sees. Okay, this is the traveling. We imagine, we think, we give importance and we give the reality to it. That much only, it is not more than that. Then son not only loves, he thinks that actually without me this game will continue. We have to say, without me, yesterday also we said, without me who will claim, who can say that God is there? If I don't claim and I don't worship, poor God, Baba, what will happen to him? Any object, anything, whether to say there is a Swarga, I must be there. Swarga may get destroyed, disappear, but I never disappear. So here, Atma Tattvam. So from the standpoint, from the angle of the Gnani, Atma Tattvam. Otherwise, the normal people, because I have to say these two differences between Ajnani is thinking of Atma, then do all the karmas, all that, that Pratibimba has taken carefully, isn't it? Because now I am pouring into your bucket this water, let us put the Shraddham. Let us say some mantras, okay? Vyavaharically that is all true. But in fact, in reality, from Turiyam standpoint, not is there. Now, being Atma word has come here, we must know clearly. We know, sir, yes, let us again recollect it. There is a beautiful definition given for Atma in Linga Purana, one shloka. I think many times here and there I quoted that, Panchadashi or Upanishad time. I will remind that shloka. What it says there, Yadapnoti edadatte yachati vishayaniha yachasya santato bhavaha tasmadatma ityabhidhiyate. It is called as Atma because of these four reasons. What are the four reasons? So it gives the definition of Atma. The first one is called Yad Apnoti, which pervades, covers. Which is all pervaded, Vyapti, Apnoti, which covers everywhere. So that means pervade, which is pervaded everywhere because of that one reason. Yad apnoti. Yad adatte, which grasps, which catches. Okay. Adatte means which takes, grasps. What it takes, what it grasps. Yatcha atti. Atti word actually eating. But here in this context, which experiences. Not it experienced directly, through the senses. So the life and the sensuousness given to these senses and the mind and the body, and standing behind and experiencing, the experiencer of all that. So third one is called Yatcha Atti Vishayan, Vishayan Iha. So all the five types of Vishayans, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Because that consciousness given the lended the consciousness, it happened Chidabhasa Pratibhimbam, And if that is the Pratibhimbam disappears, the body lies down. All the five senses are there, but no Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, nothing is not working. That corresponding five Panchabhutas are there in the gross big samashti level. But here, to express, the Pratibhimbam should be there. Due to some reason, the Pratibhimbam is not now reflecting there. But Bimbam is there as it is. So, which experiencing by lending the consciousness through all the Vishayas. Vishaya means our five sense organs. And finally, Yacha Asya Santato Bhavaha. Santatam always. Always. This Santatam Varta in Ganesha Pancharatnam, in the last paragraph it will come. Santatam. Always. That means always, but when that reflection is not there, the senses are not, Vishayas are not grasped. But how you can say Santatam? Consciousness as a bimba, it is there, Atma is there, only Pratibhimbam is not there. So Pratibhimbam is not there, because of that you cannot say that Atma is not there. Atma is Santatam. Santatam Smarami, always. So because of these four reasons, it is called Atma. The expression of the reflection is called Vishesha Satta. And if it is not reflected in any medium, and which is the all pervading and always is there, it is called Samanya Satta. Samanya Satta. So light is there everywhere now, Samanya light. And if I bring the Kannadi, the mirror, Vishesha Satta. So this is the Atma. Now I remember that Atma Tattva, where? Hrudi, in my heart. Hrudi, in my heart means what? Here Hridi Varta, heart means our buddhi or mind. Because remembrance is belong to the buddhi or mind. So in my buddhi. This Hridi word, generally Upanishads are not used. So far I didn't remember anywhere. I tried to recollect also. Only one place I can say Hridi. But instead of that, many places it will use the Guha. Either Kathopanishad or Taittiriyopanishad. Maybe Acharya here, Shankara, remembering the Taittiriya Upanishad statement, but the word is changed here instead of Guha. What there it is said in the Taittiriyopanishad, Om Brahmavidapnoti Param Tadeshabhyukta Satyam Gnanam Anantam Brahma Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyoman. Guhayam. That Guha is a synonym word. The Hrudi is the synonym word to the Guha. Because Upanishads many places Guha word is used. But Hrudi word also here Acharya using. Acharya is specially he is using now our Bhagavad Gita. I will quote one or two places where this Hrudi word comes. In Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, 15th sloka. Sarvasya chaham hrudi sannivishtaha matta smrutir gnanam apohanancha vedaisya sarvaihi. Are you reading at least this Bhagavad Gita? Each word, each sloka is a nididhyasana. So already 15 days, one sloka you can keep one day, and eka sloki one day. These are three. Add some more like that. And our is there, eva sakalam jatam. Keep on work on that only. Take it as a mantra japa. Today is my dish is this one. And play with these slokas, nididhyasana mantras. Hridi. Then Upanishad I will tell you later. First Smruti Grantham solitary. Then Tamil is coming in between. Bad old habit. Let it come. When it wants, it will come. In Ramana Gita, the first shloka, which is very often we chant, that also one day you can keep for a special dish. Hridaya kuhara madhye kevala brahma matram ahamahamiti sakshad atmarupena bhati hrudi vishamanasa. Here actually hrudi Sanchinvata majjatava pavana chalana rodhat atmanishto bhavatvam. Hrudaya, Hrudi. So it is very evident. And this word is very favorite to Ramana Bhagavan. Okay. Even it is told in the Tamil also. The Hridaya Vidya, Hridayam. Then one Upanishad, okay, which we have studied in the Kaivalya Upanishad, in the 5th mantra, okay, later half lower. And the 5th mantra starts with the instructions. Vivikta deshecha sukhasanastah shuchis samagriva shiras sharirah atyashramastas sakalendriyani nirudhya bhaktya swagurum pranamya hrutpundarikam. Hrutpundarikam. Hrit. So in your lotus of your heart, okay, in the middle, madhye, which is Vishadam, Vishokam, like that beautifully Hridi word is there in the Upanishad, but not majorly like other places. So the Hridi word is, remember, I mean it's a Buddhi Guha, in my heart, because anything whichever I think, whichever I claim I know, everything is happening in the mind only, no? I don't know also happening in the mind only, I know also happening in the mind. So Hrudi. Now the wrong notion is there in the mind. Now the right notion has to replace with the right notion. Again in the mind only. Okay. So Hrudi. So Pratah Smaranam Hrudi. Atma Tattvam. How it is? What kind of Atma Tattvam? Next word, Samspurat. Spurat means itself which is shining, self-illumined, which is throbbing. And Samspurat, very well, clearly, crystal clearly, it is shining. Spuranam means which throbs, which shines, okay, or which is evident, or which is available. Spuranam, Spurat means which is available. In which form? In the form of the awareness, in the form of the Punarva, in the form of knowingness. So generally we say three words, okay. One is aham These are all gnanam only. Everything is gnanam. Awareness means gnanam. I know it. And that's why Satyam Gnanam Anantam. Okay? Brahma. And that Brahma word will come. Anandam means Anandam. That also will come. So here, Aham Vritti, Aham Spurti, Aham Bodham. Okay? Actually, there is no much difference but all are Gnana. Aham Gnana Vritti, Aham Spurana Vritti. Aham Spuranam. Spuranam, if it is Vritti, is also not. Vritti means it belongs to the mind again. Vritti Gnanam needs the Vyapti Gnanam. But here it is not Vritti alone, it is Spuranam. It is not only, it is a Bodham. Bodham Pratibodha Viditam Matam. Kenopanishad. Everything. Pratibodha Viditam. I know. I. Knowingness is not important. I presence is important. Knowing and not knowing. Beyond this, the Vilakshanam. Knowing and not knowing is actually at the mind level. Knowing also recorded, witnessed. Not knowing also witnessed by. So, Sadasad Vilakshanam. Okay. Beyond the known and the unknown. So, that is the Samspurat Atma Tattvam. I remember, which is in my heart I will remember, in my mind I will remember. Now, actually, what is that Atma Tattvam? It is throbbing, it is shining, it is I remembering. What else? Its qualities. What is its nature? The further words are explaining that. That is Satchit Sukham. Satchit Sukham. That is the nature of the Atma. But what we have seen, that derivative meanings are yadatte, yadapnoti, yadatte, ayadadatte. That is let be there. But here, to simplify that, that's why Satyam Gnanam. Instead of Gnanam word, here Acharya using the Chit word. Chit is nothing but the Gnanam. Consciousness, awareness. Okay. So that is the Sat. Sat means which is always exist. Always exist. Existence. Irupudal. Existence. Sat. Which is beyond the time. Trikale yat tishtati. Trikala abhaditam. Yadasti tad satyam. Satyam word is different, that word speaking truth also. But here Sat, existence, which is true, which is only the truth. That's why Sat. And that is Chit also, Jnana Swarupam. Don't give any attribute or any speciality, just let it be as it is. That's why here what we have to say, Suddha Sat. That means what? Without any Namarupa. Pure existence. Same way, Suddha Gnanaika Murtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Suddha Gnanam. That means not affected by any Indriya Gnanam, not affected by the Gnana which has received through the Indriyas and gone afterwards. No. Beyond these two, which is their Suddha Gnanam. So, pure Sat, pure Chit. Why I have to say here? So, if the mind is the also Gnana, mind is also thinking, now you are telling, think in your mind only. But this mind thinks so many things also. While we are thinking now, doing contemplation on these words, but still mind thinks in between many other words also. Yes or no? Don't give importance to them. They come like that only, because its habit is that, and it resisted so many other things. Okay. Now only you are trying to remember the Atma, but it has remembered already so many unnecessary things also. Then its nature, it will bring that also. Don't give importance. So it is not a mind's job alone, it is something else. That's why I remember myself, about myself, within myself, by myself, to myself. Put all the vibhaktis in one place. Sat, Chit. And altogether we need Sukham. That Anandam, Anantam word is here is translated as Sukham. But we have to be very careful. Acharya very casually used Sukham, because we know generally ignorant worldly people the sensual pleasures, Sukham. That gives Sukham. But here this Sukham is Atyantika Sukham. Okay. Kham means space. How the space is untouched. So Sukham. Okay. But there again come only du, come. Come word, if you separate it, is a space. If you are not able to recognize that pure space, then it creates the problem dukkham. Otherwise, sukham. That is the ananda, that is the actual word. Anantam and anandam are used for the same meaning in the Upanishads, which is anantam, limitless. That only can be the Purnam, that only can be Anandam. Anandam means where there is no any kind of trace of misery at all, where there is no trace of desire at all. That is called Ananda or Sukham. So, here also Shuddha Anandam we have to add, because Sukham means Indriyam. We should not take that in that sense. So, Sat Chit Sukham. And this Sat Chit Sukham, Atma Tattvam, is the Paramahamsa Gatim. This is the goal of the very supremely discriminative people. We want to say Parama means supreme. Highly discriminated people's goal is this. Gatim means goal, destination. They work for that. Who? Paramahamsa Gatim. The Paramahamsa means, if you take the actual meaning, Parama means supreme. Hamsa word again in two ways we can think of. One is that bird, okay, which referred in the Puranas, Hamsa, which have the highest discrimination, because generally which is impossible, separating the water and the milk, it can take. So like that, here Atma and Atma both are very much closely merged and stuck up. They were both are together. Even though they are very strongly togetherly living, difficult to separate or impossible, we can say, for the Laukika people or the Ajnanis, but for a Gnani who is having a tremendous Viveka power, Paramahamsargal, That means not only Trivra Mumukshutvam, Trivra Vairagyam, this Paramam word I can put Trivra Vivekam. And that's why Kathopanishad says that Sukshmam, okay, Ati Sukshmama intellect is required. Okay. Then only it is possible to grasp it, because it needs a lot of analysis, discrimination is required. So Paramahamsa Gatim, Paramahamsa word is another, who are already Jnanis, we call them also Paramahamsas. Okay, because they become Hamsa, the word if you separate again instead of the bird, Aham Saha, Saha Aham. But the letters are interchanged, then it becomes a Soham mantra or the Soham word. Deho Naham, I am not the body. Then Koham, who am I? Soham. Okay. Saha Aham. Here Saha means I am that, telling like that it is one. Then that word become very important in the Shastra description, and in the Medha Suktam ending we say Hamsa Gayatri. Okay. So whether that Hamsa is the Bhagavan Narayana took the Hamsa avatar and giving the Upadesha in Uddhav Gita, now Hamsa Gita, because here we are worshipping actually, or asking, seeking Om Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi. You please enlighten our buddhis. Maybe here Hamsa means the Lord's Son also, the Savita Devata also, or Bhagavan's means highly discriminative power you give to us. Then only it is possible. So Paramahamsa Gatim, and that is Turiyam, and which our Mandukya word, Turiyam. Okay. Mandukya 12 shlokas, they didn't use anywhere the same word exactly, Turiyam. Only Chaturdham it is used in the 7th mantra. But Acharya Gaudapadar used that Turiyam word. And in Uddhava Gita, Bhagavan Krishna used that Turiyam word. And so here Shankaracharya, Turiyam, which is the 4th pada. But in fact, which is the only pada. There is no need of saying pada. only. Okay. Which is the Sakshi pada, Amatra pada, Turiyam. That's why Upanishad I told, no, Chaturdham Manyante. They consider and call it as just for the explanation's sake. So Karanapada Prajna, who is the cause for the 2 Karyapadas. What? Jagrata and Sushupti. Swapna, Jagrata and Swapna. So he is the Karanapada Prajna, and these 2 are the Karyapadas. But Karya Karana Vilakshanam, so for that we have to say 4th one, Turiyam, which is the only one. Now, to explain that word Turiyam, 4th dimension, because without that 4th dimension, other 3 dimensions of the Mithya, the Karanapada and Karyapada cannot exist, cannot function, cannot appear. That's why immediately Yat Swapna Jagara Sushuptam Avaiti. So which is illumining the Jagrata Avastha, but not identifying or merging with it, which is illumining the Swapna Avastha, and which is illumining the Sushupti Avastha also. At Jagrat Swapna Sushupti Avaiti is Ava plus E. It is a peculiar combination. Together it becomes Avaiti. Avaiti means which is pervading, again, which is shining, okay, which is the illuminator, is called Avaiti. Okay, that is a complicated. Ava is a actual one dhatu, but this E is a letter. When it becomes the prefix to it, that takes this artham. If you remember last week in Lalita Sahasranamam, based on this one letter E, one namam is there for Amma. There also I have given the what is the, okay, which takes, which goes, which illumines, which pervades, shines. All these meanings are there. Om Ai Namaha. That E, if you want to say in the fourth case, to that E, it becomes Om Ai, Ya, and Ai Namaha. They call in the like that single letter namas are there. Okay. Okay. So, Swapana Jagra Sushupti Avaiti. Avaiti. How? Nityam. Okay, that Nityam is important. There I told no, Echasya Santato Bhavaha, and Santataha is equal to Nityam, always, always. This is not one day. See, one day you may not sleep also for some reason, no? Sometimes it will happen, not at all slept. Of course, I will sleep double afterwards. I have to sleep, but I didn't sleep. So what? Anything happened to the Turiyam Atma? Whether you sleep and you go to hell, or you dream, you dream, or whatever, you do whatever. I am not concerned. I just illumine the entire the stage. Nataka Deepavat. Nityam. Now finally, all these stories about whom are Tad Nityam Nishkalam Brahma Aham. Ava. Aham. So Mahavakyam Aham. So Brahma word is there. That Nityam also will put it here. That which is always available, all pervading, Nityam. Then Nishkalam, another word. Partless. Avayava Rahitam. Partless. That means which doesn't have any parts like the body. That means which doesn't have the 6 modifications which body undergoes, which it doesn't have. Nishkalam. Kala means part. Nishkalam. And that is Brahmam. Brahmam word Brihat Tattvat iti Brahma. Bigger than the biggest. It's a beautiful word. Shastra uses Brahman. It is not male or it is not female, it is neuter gender, and every other words included in that. Anantam, Satyam, Gnanam, Chit, Sat, everything is Brahma. Brahman. That Nishkalam, Nityam, Tad Brahma, Aham. Aham. I am. That glorious, see my glory. What a glory I am having. Who has to give the certificate, Arjuna award and Padma Shri award for me? I am a glorious person. No one need to certify, no one need to recognize. Let me recognize myself. That's why let me remember myself. Morning itself. Then once morning, if I remember enough, sir, after that let me see some serials, sir, some movies, because they will nicely move me. Then I will also move, sir. I will go there, I will go there, I will go there. all the time. Here, that Nityam word we can bring there. Nityam Smarami. I will change. Huh? With Atma Samstha. Purad Atma Samstha. Atma Tattvam. Okay, Nityam Smarami. Pratah means evening, Sayam, no need. Night, always. Okay, so I remember, and I negate also. One negation, okay, negative. What is Nacha Bhuta Sangaha? I am not this congregation of these five gross elements body. Bhuta Sangaha, Pancha Bhutas combination. What is sitting in this chair? In this chair, a different format of the Panchabhutas. Hey? Panchabhutas. Panchabhutam. Sitting in a different format. This is one format, that is another format. But all are same combination. So, but I am not this body. And same, I am not the mind. So, one negation, the word is, sentence is used, Nacha Bhuta Sangaha. Never, I am not this body mind complex. So, I am Nishkalam, Nityam, Satchit Sukham, Jagra Swapna Sushupti Avaiti, Nityam, that Atma Tattvam, Aham Brahmasmi. So, the Mahavakya is very elaboratedly explained. Each word is important. Again and again, again and again. But more and more you take one word and dwell upon it, it will give you the more and more, the deeper experience of your own self. So, with this, I will conclude this first shloka of the Pratah Smaranam meaning. Next class, we will see the another shloka. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om. That's it.